There are three essential roles that every community needs in order to grow. Everyone needs someone to attract leads, someone to convert these leads, and then someone to deliver on the product. And you may, at the beginning, take care of all three roles, but now with the affiliate feature on Skool, you can just leverage your specialty and your expertise in one of these roles, double down there, and then find partners who specialize in one of these other roles. At the end, I'm going to give some examples of the biggest Skool players so you can see who you are most like, and then this will allow you to choose the best role suited for you. The affiliate system is something that Sam built as the builder of Skool. Of course, he doesn't do this alone. He has a whole team of builders, but the role of the builder is the first one we're going to take a closer look at, because this is the one who delivers on the product. That product can be software, but it can also be a service or a coaching session. And this is the one who mostly works behind the scene. Someone who listens to the feedback, who talks with the customers, and who implements and tests these things in an iterative process. If you're a coach or an operator or someone who builds the product in the background, then you are the builder. And it is your job to deliver the product to the customer. If the builder is at the back, building the product, then the tank is at the front, creating content to attract new leads. And when Alex joined Skool last year, then he joined as the tank. He started to create content and position Skool as a fun way to monetize your knowledge by just playing a game. As the tank, you are thinking a lot about positioning. You create content to show people this is who we are and this is how Alex attracts leads to Skool. And if you also create content, if you run paid ads, if you think about a strategy to position yourself in the market, then you are a tank and it's your job to attract leads. When I saw the Skool games, I was hooked immediately because it was aligned, but there was no follow-up. There wasn't someone messaging me, asking me questions on how I like the Skool games, or inviting me to a community to just generally talk about the opportunity that Skool has to offer. And that is the role of the DPS. And in games, this is the one who does the most damage per second. But in Skool, I like to reframe it as the one who does the most value per second, because the more value you give, the more trust you can build. And then you can exchange this trust to influence someone. As a disclaimer, influencing doesn't mean manipulating someone where only you win. I see influence as a way where you deliver all of the information that someone needs to make the best decision that ends up in a win-win situation. And a good DPS excels at that. Someone who continues to give value, who comments underneath each post, who reaches out to people, asks them to hop on a call with them, that is the one who does the most value per second. And in the Skool environment, I think Ryan Duncan is the perfect example. He is the #1 contributor in Skool, and before the Skool games and the Skool community merged to the Skoolers, he was on the #1 leaderboard for both of these communities. If you are also commenting underneath people's posts, if you deliver value, if you hop on calls with people, if you reach out to them, then you are a DPS, and it is your job to convert the leads that the tank attracted and move them to the builder so he can deliver on the product. Of course, none of these roles exist in a vacuum, and there's always going to be a hybrid between these roles because we cannot just do one thing, especially when we're getting started. But now with the affiliate system, it allows us to really look for partners who have skills and abilities in these other roles, and we get to focus on the thing that we enjoy the most, because this will also be the one that we are the best at and become stronger together. Now, I want to give you some examples of the biggest players on Skool so you understand what kind of roles they have. And by seeing them, you can see, oh, I'm more like this person and less like this person. And this will help you find the best role suited for you. Here's a database with some of the biggest players on Skool that I'm aware of. And by going through these 3 different roles again, I hope that you see yourself in one of those by comparing yourself to the people that you're also familiar with. I sorted these by the number of interactions that I had with these people. So someone like Sheldon, I had a lot of interactions, while someone like Sam, I didn't have as many. And based on these people, you see that there are some hybrid roles who kind of fit also into these others. But mostly these are the people who work in the background. They are really comfortable on delivering the product, who work in customer success, who work in engineering, who work in the background and really think about how can we make the product better? How can we deliver an even more stellar experience to our customers and members? So this is the role of the builder, someone who delivers on the product. And again, the tank is the one who is mostly attracting new leads. So Alex Hermosi is like most definitely a tank in this role. And it's someone that I haven't interacted as much as Mike. These are the people who I believe are really strong in the tank side, who really put a lot of effort in creating content, in running ads, into making sure that people know about the product and continue to attract new leads. Let's look at the DPS role. These are the people that focus more on giving value, who are in the comments, who are doing a lot of interactions, who jump on calls, who are generally very active and very responsive as well. So these are the people that you can interact with and chat with, while someone like a tank or builder may focus on creating content or building this product. So if you want to interact with someone from a new community, then chatting with one of these DPSs is probably a good idea. Based on these roles, you should have a lot more clarity on what kind of role you are filling in your own community and what role is missing. So you can go out and partner with someone who is filling the role and continue to grow both of your communities together and start creating this bigger ecosystem amongst Skool, because I think this is one of the strengths of Skool. It's not something that any other platform has. So let's take advantage of that. Let's start working together. Let's start partnering together and let's enjoy the journey.